Milanote is a tool for organizing creative projects. Isabel uses Milanote to make creative briefs, which is how we present this channel to brands for sponsorship. The project I'm using Milanote for right now is my e-bike upgrade project. Uncle Alan and Revival Cycles generously gave our son a bigger, faster electric dirt bike, which means I gotta get a new off-road e-bike to keep up with him in the mountains, which means we need a new bike rack, which means we gotta move the current on-road e-bikes and rack to the Tacoma, which means we gotta install a trailer hitch in the Tacoma, which means keeping a track of a bunch of product websites and scheduling and YouTube instructionals. Sometimes creative projects can get out of hand with all of the information and ideas to keep track of, but with Milanote, I keep all the project vitals in one place, organized visually and intuitively, with all of the links and info dragged and dropped onto my Milanote board. Milanote has templates for all kinds of creatives: filmmakers, designers, students, writers, etc., etc. They have an empty template, which is what I used for the e-bike project. Milanote is available for free with no time limit. Sign up using the link in the description and start your next creative project. Thank you, Milanote, for sponsoring this episode. Living in tight quarters teaches us the discipline of organization and acquisition resistance. Before acquiring a new item, we train ourselves to ask, where will this go? Our organizational integrity can be challenged by events such as the arrival of a new creature in our life, but we do not use these events as excuses, but rather as calls to action.
Clutter.
What clutter has been bothering us?
Clutter. Clutter.
Is our clutter a symptom of trouble in our organizational system, or have we simply overacquired? The current decluttering you are witnessing now was triggered by the imminent arrival of a new creature and the acquisition of 2 vintage video cameras. The demon we must slay during the course of our decluttering adventure is the demon of sentimental value. Sentimental value can destroy our lives and the world. Sentimental value manifests in the item in 2 ways. 1. Sentiment or nostalgia for a time or person that the item represents.
Dan's been talking about this thing like it's the fucking holy grail. And he spent the last 2 weeks on eBay trying to find it, and now he found it, and it just arrived in the mail, which he just picked up, and he's about to open it. Factory sealed, in the box, folding, Varney, French sunglasses.
And 2. Sentiment for the money we spent on the now nearly worthless item that's clogging our space. We use a 3-phase system to slay the sentimental value demon. The first phase is home storage. Store sentimental items in your home storage until their uselessness begins to annoy you, until they begin to clutter. These waterproof cases, manufactured for the military by a company called Hardig, help facilitate home storage. These have traveled all over the country for moves between cities. Decluttering Adventure Phase 2, Your Storage Unit. Don't have a storage unit? You do have my respect. Box your sentimental items. Label the box with the items or item themes. Also, label each box with the date. This will come in handy for Phase 3. These are all camera stuff I can't get rid of because I need to use it sometimes. Hard drives, backup hard drives. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Don't procrastinate, I think, is one of the biggies. You have to just... Maybe you can procrastinate till later that day. Phase 2 can be emotionally heavy as you contemplate your departure from sentimental items. A sort of loss or death. Maybe you're having second thoughts. Probably not, but maybe. Here's a pro tip. Leave the boxes in the back of the pickup or in the unlocked car overnight to tempt fate. Maybe some thief will make the decision for you. Don't worry, another phase remains. Another chance to hold on. Phase 3, Donation. Phase 3 serves two functions. First, ridding yourself of useless sentimental items, and second, decluttering, aka organizing, your storage unit itself. By Phase 3, after moving your sentimental junk from your house and spending thousands of dollars to store it each year, a resentment will inevitably have been built, and your killer instinct will be easy to harness. Organize, kill. Be careful. Don't get crazy and start throwing away family photos and Grandpa's Super 8 reels. Steady. Notice the dates on your hoarded boxes. Are they over a year old? Will next year really be any different? You are now ready to donate. You are ready to share the junk. As you approach the Goodwill or wherever, you will find that your sentiment for your junk has been replaced by feelings of relief and excitement.
We're really doing it though, aren't we, buddy?
Once you've crossed the threshold of the Goodwill, the gratitude from the friendly donation workers will act to shame you from turning back. Your dignity will not allow you to quit. A side effect of going through all this trouble is that it makes you much more reticent about getting more stuff. Once you've decluttered and organized, you will find it easier and more pleasant to create work, and you will feel a deep impulse in your conscience. A voice that tells you not to acquire, hoard, and clutter in the future. And for a little while, you will listen to that voice.